Hi everyone, and today we're going to learn about variables in Python. So, a variable is a name where you can store data. Think of it like a container which holds some information about something. And in Python, a variable has its name and then the value which it holds. So, we're going to learn about four of the most important variable types today: string, integer, float, and boolean. And to give you an example, I'll use a dinosaur because I think dinosaurs are cool. Anyway, first we'll give our dinosaur a name. So what's a string? A string is basically a word. So let's define it as dinosaur. And it will hold a value of, let's choose a type of dinosaur, T-Rex. Now, let's move on to an integer. An integer is essentially a whole number, so no decimal points. So let's approximate the length of a dinosaur. I will give it a value of 12 meters. Next, we'll talk about a float. Now, a float is a number as well. However, it's a number with a decimal point. So let's give the dinosaur a weight. So weight, and this will have a value of 10.528 tons. And lastly, a boolean. What's a boolean? Well, a boolean is essentially a true or false statement. So in this variable, we can call it is extinct. And of course, the dinosaurs are extinct. So we will give it a value of true. Now, something important to note is that if I were to put a comma T for true, I actually have an error. That's because in Python, this is case sensitive, so it must be a capital true. Same for false. If I were to put common false, I'd have an error. So it needs to be capital F for false. Anyway, we'll put this for true, and yes, these are four of the most important variables which you'll use all the time in Python.